Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Austin, and today... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Austin, and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog on none other than The Toll by Neal Shusterman. Shusterman? I don't know. Somewhere around that. I hope you like my hair. This is the product of wearing a hat all day and not wanting to go bald, so I take it off at night. And this is just how it ends up. I would normally, probably put it back on and that, but I think it's, more freeing, more comfortable like this, even though it looks very, very strange. Here we go. This is how it's gonna stay for a little bit. So I just finished Clockwork Princess, and that made me sob my eyes out. And I just was not prepared for the ending because it ended so happily, and then it's like epilogue, and sorry, ma'am, I have to record a vlog first, but you can get some pets. It's fine. Yeah, it was a great end of the series. It's so happy, and then the epilogue comes and, like, stabs you in the heart. So, cool. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I was literally sobbing at the table. And I didn't think I was going to be able to pick up The Toll today because I was just book hangover. But I've been waiting for this book for so long that I can't put it on hold. So I just picked up and I'm starting to read it. I'm only on page like 16, and I honestly have forgotten a lot that has happened. I'm hoping that he does some type of like recap within these pages because I really don't remember much, especially the ending. Like I know vaguely what happened, even though I read this back in like March, April, May, around that area. So I don't know. I really don't remember it. So hopefully there's some type of recap so I'm not too confused. If I am confused, I'm just gonna have to go online and like look up spoilers for Scythe and Thunderhead, so I'm not so confused and that I'm not enjoying it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll just see where that goes and see how far I can get without having to, go back and spoil myself for things I've already read. This will definitely be a vlog full of spoilers because it's the third book in the series. I'm sorry. I mean, eventually I think I will do reading vlogs where like I'm not spoiling things. But for now, since it's a vlog entirely dedicated to The Toll, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, sorry if that upsets you, but you should get to the series as fast as possible, and then so you can come back and watch this video and react with me and share my emotions. Because I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to just humble brag for a little bit because it is the Owl Crate exclusive edition. It's signed. Apparently he doesn't really do like many pre-signings ever, so this is just like one of the rare times he did, and so I had to have it, of course. Like, it's one of my favorite series. So, and I think I like this cover a little bit more because you got purple in the background that doesn't really mix with the greens of their robes. And only thing I'm like about is that the title is green and it kind of like mimics Thunderhead, but not too much, so it doesn't really irk me that much. But I think I just prefer this cover more, and it's a lot more saturated. And she's also really thick, like 627 pages. I'm very happy about that because there's just more to the story, There's a lot to like conclude in this thing. I'm gonna go back to reading, and have a glass of wine or something and enjoy myself. And I'll update y'all later when my hair is like not like this. I don't know what's going on, but yep. All right, I will talk to y'all later. So Faraday and Munira, I can never say the name right. I always say Marina, but it's Munira. You know who I'm talking about. They get the coordinates to this like uncharted place that the Thunderhead has like no jurisdiction over and can't even like interact with anything there. So like if they were to die over there, they're practically dead because there's nothing that can come down and like pick them up and take them to a rehabilitation center. So they're kind of just screwed. So they're flying, and there's like she's like I'm just scared of planes. I don't want to crash. And then a laser comes out and shoots the plane down. Cool. And so they're stuck on like one of the atolls. and they find the secret base from like the past, apparently from like the original sides, and it's like a fail-safe, but the only way to get in is with 2 scythe rings, and there's only one, and that's with Faraday. So that's their predicament. And then another crew comes in, and they all get shot up basically, and it dwindles the crew from basically that was about 1,000 down to 100, and they're just dealing with that kind of shit. And then they send out this like code, like that they think that the Thunderhead could like decode. And since the Thunderhead can't interact with them since they're out of the area, and even then they're deemed unsavory, so they can't interact with them anyway. It like will do it like indirectly. So a plane flies overhead. They were really cheerful about that, and then find out that wow, I don't know why I forgot his name. Let me go and look it up, because literally I don't know what it is with vlogs, is that whenever I start filming, I forget like majority of things that I'm gonna say. But let me just look it up real quick, because that's gonna really bother me. Grayson, and he becomes the embodiment of the Toll, in which they basically like a messiah almost, that the Tonys have come to basically worship and seek guidance from. And it's all kind of set up by him and the other sides. I'm not gonna go back and like look at the name, because I forgot that too. But you know who I'm talking about, the one that like kind of just orchestrated it and was like a PR thing for one of the colas, and basically invented blue polar bears. I feel like I'm like talking like as if like I'm hallucinating. Like the things I'm saying right now are very, very peculiar. So I'm probably gonna go back and read it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I'm not really gonna vlog that. Maybe I should make more vlogs more interesting, you know? Because they're kind of boring. It's just me in random places talking about. I mean, isn't that the point of reading vlogs? I don't know. I'm really figuring this out. So if you have any suggestions on how I should freaking do this, and I know that probably involves watching other reading vlogs, which I do, and then when I just never think to record. I don't know. My life is like not very interesting, but I can like make it interesting and pretend like things are happening when they're not. Okay, what am okay, I'm gonna go read. I'm sorry, this is just weird. Just popping in here quickly to say that these iteration text logs things, whatever they are, I don't understand. Are they like iterations of like a type of Thunderhead? Like they're creating different types of Thunderheads to interact to get, maybe to find the perfect Thunderhead? Do you know what I mean? Like, since it's an iteration, like iteration 73,643, we're just like testing iterations of the Thunderhead to see which one is the best one fitted. Maybe. I still don't understand these text logs, but I'm sure we'll find out. It's just kind of bothering me that it's just there and nothing is being explained, but okay. So, quick little update. I haven't done much reading this week because I just, have been procrastinating. Also, I had like 2 quizzes this week. And it was like, wound up being superficial, and so I wasted a lot of my time studying for nothing. But it's fine. But I've reached a point where I'm kind of just, after every chapter, there's always like this little like, either it's like a memo from a scythe, or it's just like some type of thing right before the chapter. And like, no, usually it would be like maybe like text dialogue between the Thunderhead and something else, and then like a scythe's journal, which was like that's how it was like in the previous 2 books. But now this one's just kind of like random. Like, it's just, you never know what you're gonna get. It's just like a fucking box of chocolates up in here. So it's kind of weird, but like, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, I'm like, some things I read and I'm like, I'm confusion. I don't understand. But yeah. Also, I spent like most of my day today and yesterday. I met up with like, me and Sarah got to meet up with Cindy, and that was really nice. And so that's just really what my week has been like. It honestly has just been studying, reading like probably 100 pages as like collectively this week. Love that for me. And then hanging with Cindy. I mean, it was fun. She was really, really nice, and it's really great to meet her. I am home now to visit my mom, and I don't think I'm gonna get much reading done today, and then I have to work all weekend, so probably won't be able to read much until next week, which is Thanksgiving break. So maybe I'll be able to finish it during then. Who knows? It just really depends on how efficiently I manage my time. So stay tuned. This scythe did not just kill the toll. Well, we're only 260 pages in, and he's already dead, so that's cool. The book is named after him too, so maybe he doesn't die, but he can't. I'm gonna just keep reading. Yes, Grayson just stabbed Morrison in the eye with a fork, like a tuning fork, but like a table fork and not a tuning fork. Interesting for sure. So basically, Scythe Morrison failed on killing him, and they tied him up, and then him and the Toll, or what, Grayson and Morrison made a pact where it's like Morrison would be Grayson's personal scythe. And if he didn't, he would just glean Grayson and then die right afterward. And then if he told Goddard that he failed, then he probably would be killed by, Goddard. So it's just like, and they made that deal, and now it went to part 3, Year of the Cobra, and that was 2 years ago, apparently. This is just like a bunch of jumping around, and it's kind of confusing. So hopefully this part 3 is just now, like, set in 1 year, like the present, not just constantly going back. It's not too confusing. It's just like, I never know what's exactly happening, if it's happening in the present or not, until it tells you at the very end that it's like, oh, this is 2 years ago. It's just kind of strange. Honestly, it's not a big deal. I'm just like, hopefully it'll stop doing that, and then we'll just stick to the present. I'm so happy right now. Like, the conversation that Anastasia had with Jerry, the whole thing about gender binaries, and Jerry being non-binary, being a man, and when it's overcast, and a woman, and when it's daylight and sun's out, tits out. What? Just like the conversation that they had was just, it makes me so happy that an author who is not non-binary is able to, capture what it is to be non-binary. So I wouldn't say perfectly, because there are some non-binary people who are like just strictly they, but still, it's just like the way Neil Schusterman has described it is just so perfect. And this conversation that they're both having, like, I really hope that, like, someday in the future, like, that could be a conversation that happens with more people, with such more open-mindedness, and not just being so judgmental and like afraid and too awkward to ask. I don't know. It really made my heart happy reading that, and seeing like non-binary, gender fluid rep in fantasy. Also, I low-key and like high-key forgot what Scythe Rand did at Endura, and why she's being so uncomfortable around Rowan right now. I completely forgot. I'm sure it'll come up later, but like I'm blanking, and I'm also too lazy to look it up because I'm afraid of getting spoiled. So I'm in the car before I go to work, and I'm just so irritated because I cannot, for the life of me, finish this damn book. Like, I thought I was gonna be able to finish it this week. I was like, okay, like finals week is next week. I don't have to worry about anything right now. Just go to class and whatever. No. Turns out our final is tomorrow. So I got to study for that tonight, and I was studying for it last night and Monday. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I guess that once I finish that final, I'm able to dedicate next week to reading it. Oh my god, I think it's been reading this book for a month, and it's like really ruining the experience for me. But we're just gonna, I'm stressed. I'm real stressed. So I'm just gonna update y'all real quick because I don't feel like studying right now. Greatest thing happened to me on my way back from work today. So this is like little cover it's pretty big. There's a cover underneath my car that, like, I guess, I don't know what it does. It really is honestly like just there. I feel like it probably has a function, but it's really not important. And I guess sometime in the past I had hit like either a pothole or something. I don't know. And so like it's been scratching on like certain like raised road, and then it's like recently it's gotten really bad. So I was like planning on going to like the dealership or some auto shop this Saturday, but on my way out of work it scraped really hard, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then Atlanta is this thing where like there's a pothole around this area. They're just gonna put a metal slab on the road instead of filling it. I mean, they'll eventually fill it, but like for like at least it'll be there for at least 2 months before they fill it. And drove over it, and it caught the thing, and it pulled it down. And so I couldn't drive without it scraping. And I was too afraid to drive because I don't want it to pull it too hard or pull something important out. Or when it dislodges, it just flies off and car runs over it, and then their tire pops, and then I'm liable. So I pulled off the side of the road, and then I had a breakdown, and then I got out of the car and I tried to pull it out from, because it was really loose. It was like a loose tooth. It could be pulled out, and I was trying to pull it, it wouldn't budge, and I cut myself really bad, and I was bleeding in my arm, and I didn't realize it. Just great. And so I had to call AAA, and they came to tow my car because I could not drive it. And the guy was really nice and was like, how about, like, what if I just, like, lifted it and, like, pulled it out instead of going to the, instead of towing it? And I was like, well, I mean, like, if you can do that, then let's do it. I'd rather do that than, like, spend all that time towing it to someplace, like, out of the city and then having to drive all the way back into the city. So he lifted up a little bit and then he pulled it right out. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was fixed. So really no reason to break down, but listen, I'm just stressed. I've been having a stressful day. I'm tired of studying, and the last thing I wanted to do was deal with that in the middle of rush hour, and I did. So now it's over, and everything's great. And I would show you, but you know what? Maybe I will show you, because I feel like procrastinating. Hold on. Look at this thing. Like, what even? The size comparison, like, my hand is this big. And I was literally just like, but it was this side that was in the front. And so I was literally pulling at my hand, and I cut my finger. It really hurt. But, like, goddamn. Quick update. I've read a good almost 150 pages since I last updated. I don't remember where I left off, to be honest with you. I mean, I could go check, but like, now that just requires more effort, and I just don't really feel like it. So I'm just gonna give you a little recap. There's only 100 pages left from where I am right now. And it has just so much chaotic energy and so many things that are being introduced that I'm like, there's only 100 pages left, and this is the finale. How is this all gonna be solved? But apparently it turns out that the Thunderhead has been building spaceships for the last 3 years on that little tucked away little atoll thing. Clever. And what I'm gauging now is that these little iterations that was being placed before certain chapters, it's just like the Thunderhead testing different. I mean, I think it actually was confirmed that it was testing versions of itself that it was trying to make, but then it turns out that it can't quite complete that because it needs something, a biological thing. It doesn't quite make sense, but like something like that is biological, it needs to complete this other iteration. And I'm assuming that since I think the Thunderhead can't leave the Earth, that they're just gonna climb into the spaceships, and then this new iteration of the Thunderhead is gonna follow them. And what if they just like blow up the Earth? Like, wouldn't that just be like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, because this is taking so many turns that I didn't think it would. And I'm not sure how I really feel about this book, to be honest with you. It doesn't really help that I've been reading this book for a good ass month. You know, I need to get my priorities straight. And focus my attention on the book and not my phone. That doesn't change. I constantly am just scrolling through Twitter, hoping for something to pop up and change, but it really doesn't. Anyway, I'm hoping maybe I could finish the book tonight. Maybe. I'm basically done with all of college. I may have to write an essay, but it's like a revision plan essay, and it has to be like a page. So that would take me like 30 minutes, maybe. That's a lot. I'm probably at 15, honestly. So I'll just do that, and then but not tonight. Tonight is dedicated to reading and finishing this book. And also don't know what to read next. I posted a poll on Twitter I need to read Once in the Future for sure this month, just because I'm a part of a team that's publicizing it, and I'm like one of the only ones who hasn't read it, and they sent me an ARC, so I probably should get to that soon. And then I have to read Layer of Dreams for the Roaring 20s, was it Diviners Club read along, and then just lots of things I need to read. And I want to read Ninth House and Nevernight, but like it's gonna take some time to get there. But you know, now that I'm out of college, maybe I will dedicate more time, or maybe I'll just dedicate more time to writing. Anyway, this is a lot of information to spill out in one little clip, but. So, finished the book, finally. You know how I said I was gonna probably finish it last night? Well, that didn't happen. I got probably 30 pages read last night, and then things just happened and I procrastinated. Anyway, I just finished it at work since I had nothing to do at work. And just, I really don't know how I feel about, sorry, I thought someone was watching me. I don't really know how I feel about the ending. I really don't. Cause I felt like I was going in that direction, and I feel like that's just a weird way to end things. It's just instead of, solving the issue at hand, we're just gonna blast off in space and find a new planet to have it or whatever, live on. My brain is not working right now. And just the way it ended was just, it felt very rushed. There's just a bunch of things that were like Goddard dying, and then it's just oh well, he's can't be resuscitated, and then when the rings burst and it releases all those plague nanites, and how some people just kind of just crumbled and died. I'm how is that? But they can still revive people, but then they can't revive people who died with the pain nanites. I'm confused. I really don't understand. When the initial wave happened and people just crumpled and died, I was what is that? Did I miss something? I don't really know. I could have, but it just didn't really add up. And just the way it ended with it being 117 years in the future, and then Citra finally wakes up and it's oh, and then it ends. I'm I just, I don't know. Definitely is my least favorite of the entire series. If I were to give it a rating, and I'm trying not to write books anymore, but since I vowed to finish my ratings until the very end of the year. Hi, don't back into me. I would say 3.5 to me, honestly. It was fun to read and all that, but it just felt all over the place, and the ending really just did not satisfy me. So that's fun. But anyway, the series as a whole, I think it's good. He thinks of things that I never would have thought about to explain the whole future situation with death being not a thing anymore until whatever. I honestly am not making any sense, but he just is really good at narrating and good at speaking, unlike me. So I enjoy his voice and the way his narrative style. It's just this book was just not it. And I feel it should have probably been a 4-book series, to be honest with you. There's just so much in it, and I feel them leaving on a space mission, and then leaving the rest of the world to just suffer is kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie, really fucked up. Honestly, whatever. It just doesn't make sense in my head. But it's over, and I have suffered enough. I didn't suffer when I was reading it. I just suffered through those last pages when I was what the fuck? I feel we just threw everything in the trash, but whatever. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up if you would like, please. I don't know. Maybe, I think in the future, I'll probably do reading vlogs that are non-spoilery, so people can watch it and not get spoiled, you know what I mean? Because I feel only a select amount of people are going to be able to watch this, because it's the 3rd installment of the series, and it just came out in November. But hopefully this ages well. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.